Good. Okay, well, so we have started recording officially, and today is July 19, 2016. Welcome to our weekly team call, Team Believers. Tonight is a very, very special night because we have a very special guest. Her name is Laurie McDonald Mottl. I hope that I got it right.
Model. It's all right.
Okay. Our story is very interesting because we both are part of a special group that is called the Two Percenters. In case that you guys don't know what the Two Percenters are, it's a group handpicked by Cristina Delgado and Becky, and of leaders upcoming from the Diesel Nation. They kind of like put us together. And I started immediately noticing Laurie, her posting, her energy, and everything that like from the group. I think that you were the one that I got attracted the most in a good way. You know what I mean? I'm identify with her. She is at a level that it's my next level. So I was like, you know what? I started like asking her questions. She will always reply with like amazing information. She will share everything. And then in one of the calls from the 5-week series, I think it was Sagi's wife, Barbie Kalev, she mentioned about success partners. The whole call was about the importance of having a success partner, the accountability, what it had done to her in her business. And she kind of gave us like highlights of like success partners, how you can look for them. And so immediately, for some reason, my mind, it was Laurie. I'm like, I want to ask Laurie. I'm like, Laurie, do you have a success partner? She's like, well, my partner is my friend who, like, my sponsor, but it would be nice to have another one. So I'm like, are you in? Can we, like, do this together? She's like, yes. So we've been, like, 3 weeks, right? Been working together.
Yeah, 3 weeks, maybe almost 4. Yeah.
Exactly. So we've been having weekly calls. We got kind of, like, questions that we ask each other. We've become friends, and we always, like, support each other in different aspects. So you guys know who Laurie is. To me, she's an impressive resume. She's a physician assistant at a clinic with HIV patients. So you know Laurie. When I saw you on the Two Percenters that you were a physician assistant, I immediately thought, oh, she's getting patients and she's just converting them into like that was my way of thinking. Marcia, I need you to like sorry. Mute yourself, please. I'm sorry. Wait. So immediately I thought, oh, she's getting patients. Marcy, you're still like not.
I'm here.
Not the video, but you need to mute.
Oh crap! Sorry.
So that was my immediate way of thinking. I'm like, oh, Laurie's getting patients and she's just converting them. And then when I started getting to know her, she's like, oh, I'm a physician assistant at an HIV clinic part-time. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I almost like cry because I felt so bad. I thought you were making a business out of your patients and you're helping your people. So I got more attracted. I'm like, oh, this is very interesting. And then I started to talk to her. She's a mother of 2 boys, small, like 8 years old.
7 and 4.
7 and 4. She's a wife, and her husband is a prominent cardiologist in Texas, which makes it more interesting because every time that we talk, she's like, I want to do this for my husband. I want to do this for, like, it's more than just, it's like her why is so deep and big that it's very interesting.
But in Texas, where?
We live in the Dallas area. He works for Baylor.
Okay.
She's in Texas too.
I'm in Houston.
We have part of our team.
Okay, good.
Yeah, Houston.
Oh, perfect. Yay.
And Laurie is currently a 2-star diamond, right? Going for 9. Corporate has like handpicked her and is talking to her and guiding her into like how to make it to, like, she thought she was gonna hit elite. And that was like the big goal. And then she had this call with corporate and she's like, oh my God, we like analyze everything and I should be going for 9 this year. So I think that is a very important, like a very good opportunity for us to have Laurie as a success partner, because at the end it's a success partner for all of us because we're learning. She has been completely like given. She shared a lot of her training. She shared a lot of the things that they're doing in her team, which is a team that is growing by the minute. And I think that I'm going to let you take it over. Welcome, and thank you very much for sharing a little bit of your time with us.
Thank you, Nina. Oh my gosh, I feel seriously so humbled by those words. And I have to tell you that this is the first team call outside of like my upline, No Limits Fitness, that I've ever been asked to speak on. So what an honor that I get to speak on your team call, because let me just brag on your leader for a minute. She is seriously amazing. I mean, I've had this goal of hopefully becoming an elite coach this year since the beginning of the year, but I was kind of like, okay, I got to get to 5-star. This is how many points I need, and this is what I'm going to do. And then I had that call with corporate a couple weeks ago, and they said something ridiculous like, you should be going for 9-star, and I kind of like just brushed it off like, whatever, that's silly, ha ha ha. And I told Nina, and she's like, no, you're going to go for 9-star. That's what you're going to do. You know, I mean, this girl lights a fire under my ass, and you guys are so lucky to have her as your coach, because she seriously is just so inspiring. I can't even tell you how lucky you are to have her. So that's just as an aside. But Nina and I decided that maybe tonight I would talk to you guys a little bit on my tips of the trade on how to hit Success Club. I started coaching, well, I signed up to be a coach in, let me mute my phone because, you know, our phones blow up. I signed up to be a coach in January of 2015. I signed up, just like probably most of you, purely for the discount, 100%. I've been drinking Shakeology for a long time. I couldn't figure out how to become a discount coach. I finally figured it out, hit submit. But my amazing coach, Lindsay, was like, well, let me just put you in this new coach training group. And I was like, whatever. You know, she's my best friend. She's literally my best friend since first grade. So I trust her. So I did the new coach training, the No Limits Fitness new coach training. And I was really kind of blown away by the community. I had no idea that there was this community behind these challenge groups that I had been doing. And it really piqued my interest. So I really started actively coaching very soon after I signed up. In February of 2015, I hit Success Club, and I've never not hit Success Club since. So I feel like that is probably one of my strong suits, and why we decided that I would just kind of focus on that tonight. So hopefully, I know that you have an amazing leader and you guys are an insanely awesome team already, but hopefully I have a couple little nuggets of wisdom to share with you guys. I've done this talk before for my team, so I just really have my top 10 tips that I use every single month to hit Success Club. The first one, and one of really the most important things, is you have to have an actual physical list. And I know a lot of us think, oh, you know, I can remember it, or I can keep it in my phone. For the longest time, I kept everything in my phone, and it just wasn't, you know, it wasn't really as effective. So every single month, I will take my notebook, which is my Beachbody Bible, and I will write down a list of all the people that I think I can get Success Club points from that particular month. And this isn't your contact list. Your contact list should literally be every single person you've ever known in your entire life. This list is much more focused, and it should probably be about 10 to 15 to 20 people that you really think are going to purchase a challenge pack, maybe purchase Shakeology on HD, or people that you're talking to about the coaching opportunity. And the reason why I write this list down, I label it July, is because I want to remember what I'm doing. I want to remember what I'm focusing on. We all are insanely busy. We all have jobs, or we're parents, or, you know, we're pulled in a million different directions. And if I don't, you know, have that, just that simple list to focus on, I may forget that I've been talking to Susie for, you know, 2 months about the 21-day fix. So just having that right in front of me it's really key. You know, you work on those people. Of course, not all of them are going to convert. So what I do is, when it gets ready to be August, I will start my August list, so that I'm not starting a new month with nothing, at ground zero. Because honestly, if you have no prospects for the next month, then it's going to be really hard to come up with those 5 or 10 Success Club points. So you have to start the month with prospects already. You can't go, to the 10th or the 15th in the month, and then kind of start trying to figure out what's going on. So that's my first tip. My second tip is very simple, and it's just that if you are a hobby coach or you're a business builder, you have to make Hitting Success Club a non-negotiable. This is your job, especially if you're a business builder. This is your job, and it's part of your business. I mean, it's very simple why Hitting Success Club is encouraged. Everything that leads to Success Club points clearly is what grows our business. So you have to set your goals at the very beginning of the month. I don't know if Nina does this. She probably does. But in our team, on our team page, either Lindsay or I posts on the very first, give us your goals for the month. We want you to write them down, and we want you to share them with the team. The reason for this is simply because just with the act of writing down your goals, I read a statistic like you're something like 70% more likely to actually achieve your goals. And then by sharing them with your team, you have your teammates that are holding you accountable for those goals. So if you're not already writing down your monthly goals, start. If you haven't written your goals down for July, start today, start tomorrow, and just make sure you do it. The other thing that I personally do, and a lot of my team does, is I make it a goal to hit Success Club by the 15th every single month. Like, I don't pretend like the 30th or 31st is the last day. The 15th is my last day. So I make a goal to hit Success Club 5 by the 10th and Success Club 15 by the 15th, or I'm sorry, 10 by the 15th. And this is for two reasons. One, because if you make that goal, then even if you miss that goal, you're definitely more likely to make the Success Club 10 or whatever by the end of the month. But the second part of it is that I am then able to spend more time concentrating on my team and helping them to hit Success Club at the end of the month. And also it allows me to spend more time recruiting. So every single month, my month looks exactly the same. Hit Success Club 10 by the 15th. And then if I'm selling those challenge packs at the beginning of the month, running a challenge group, by week 2 or the beginning of week 3 in my challenge group, I can then start talking to those challengers about the coaching opportunity. Whether it's, hey, I know you really love your Shakeology, let me tell you about the discount, or somebody that's really, really active in the challenge group and it's like, hey, you'd make an awesome coach. So that's kind of my thing. I literally don't have to worry as much about sales the last half of the month if I'm already there. And I can really, really focus my energy on my team, which is literally my heart and soul in this entire business. I love my team and I love helping my team. And that's a lot of the reason why I do this. And then also converting those customers into coaches. So set a goal, whether it's the 10th, the 15th, the 20th, whatever, it seriously works, guys. The third tip is to follow up with everybody. I know that we have all been working with people for 1 month, 2 months, whatever, and they hit submit and they buy their 21-day fix, and dang it, it wasn't a challenge pack. It was only the DVD set. I don't know how many times, me or my downline has said, well, they only bought a DVD set, and it's kind of almost like it's a failure. But it's not a failure. You're going to put them into your challenge group. You're going to run a kick-ass challenge group. They're going to be surrounded by challengers who love their Shakeology, who have been doing the challenge for a couple months, and they are going to be your Success Club points for next month. So don't think of those people that buy just a DVD program or just one bag of shakes, not on HD, as a failure to achieve Success Club points, because I promise you that if you're running good challenge groups and you surround your challengers with people that love the product like we do, they're gonna be Success Club points at some point. Like, they just are. I actually calculated one time, I looked at all my customer lists, and I think I have like a 75 to 80% success rate in converting those customers to Success Club points. So make sure you follow up with them, just as often as you would somebody that's drinking the Shakeology. Every couple of days, the first week, at least a couple times the second week of the fix, once a week thereafter, and really stay on top of them because they are just as valuable to you as anybody else. If you're Emerald, if you're hitting Success Club, you're getting customer referrals and you're getting Success Club referrals. Don't forget about them because they're literally just free people in your database. Make sure that you use the email that Beachbody has provided to you. You can email them. Some coaches on my team will actually text them or even try to find them on Facebook with their email. But make sure you're making contact with them. Most of them will ignore you. That's just normal. And you don't want to get discouraged with that. But even if 1 out of every 5 or 10 responds back to you, that's somebody that you didn't know, that certainly could potentially be a Success Club point in the future. So make sure you follow up with them. And the last group of people are free customers. I'm hoping that you all run free challenges. I know our team runs free challenges often. So it's a lot of work to run free challenges. And, up front, you're not really getting anything out of it. But you can't think that way. You have to put them on, I always put them on my Success Club lists for the next month. Because what I do, if I run a crock pot group, and it runs a week long, I touch base with them a couple of times. And then at the end of the group, anyone that was brand new, challenger to me, I will send a little image and I'll offer them something like $15 off the purchase of a challenge pack or a Fix-It cookbook or something. Because then it kind of gets them thinking about what the next step is. So if you're running really great free challenges and they want more, then that's the natural next step, is to convert them to a customer who purchases a challenge pack. My tip number 4, add friends to your social media network every single day. And I can't stress this enough. This is absolutely critical to our business, whether you're on Facebook or whether you're on Instagram or Snapchat or whatever. You have to be adding friends. I would say the number one thing that really gets to me about some coaches on my team is they've got really great pages. They have awesome content. They're getting the likes from their friends. They only have 200 friends. So if you think about, I'm using Facebook because I really only use Facebook right now. But if you think about Facebook, it's run on an algorithm. And really at any given point, only about 10 to 15%, or maybe even 10% of your Facebook friends are going to see your feed. So if you've only got 200 friends, you only got 20 people looking at your stuff, and that's going to get old and you're going to get burnt out really, really fast. So my tip, go to maybe somebody that you went to high school with or somebody you went to college with, go to their friends list and look through all of their friends. And it doesn't even have to be suggested friends. Just look through their friends list. Anybody you have more than 10 to 20 mutual friends with, send them a friend request. I was so hesitant to do this, so hesitant. But one of my friends who is a coach on my team and also went to high school with me messaged me one day, and she's like, oh my gosh, I have 500 new friends just this week. And I was like, whoa, totally blown away. How did you get 500 new friends in 1 week? That's insane. And that's what she told me. She said, I went to such and such's profile and I started friending every person they were friends with. And then every time somebody accepted my friend request, I would go to their friend list and do the same thing. And I was like, I can't do that. Like, that's weird. People are going to think I'm weird. People are going to ask me who are you? Why are you friend requesting me? But the competitive part of me was like, Courtney has 500 new friends. If she can have 500 new friends, so can I. So I literally that weekend, I don't even think I worked my business. I just went on a friending blitz. And I did the exact same thing as Courtney. And I started with about 600 friends. And by the end of that month, I had 1,600 friends. And that was just in October or November. And today I have over 2,400 friends. And these are not people I know. I mean, these are people that graduated, I don't know, in the class of 1990 to the class of 2005. You know what I mean? Like, they're not in my class. They're not in my brother's class. And so I don't really know them. So I would honestly consider them my cold market, but they are, they're my Facebook friends. And I will say, out of those 1,800 people, I have had one person message me, who the hell are you? That's it. Sure, people don't, they deny my friend request or whatever, but only one person out of 1,800 people has asked me who I am. I can't remember what I responded to him, but, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be once I ripped that Band-Aid off. And that's kind of what I do on a nightly basis now. Maybe while I'm working my business, having a glass of wine, I'll go to some random person's Facebook page, I'll look at their friends, and I'll friend request 3 of them. And that's how I've grown my business. It's going to sound kind of weird, and I'm not necessarily suggesting this, but I haven't gotten to Instagram. I haven't gotten to a like page, and I've managed to make at least Success Club 10 every single month, if not more, usually at least 5 on my spouse's account, simply by adding those friends to my Facebook account. I guess it's just because I'll go and I'll comment on people's things. So it'll bring my stuff up in their news feed, and then I start forming with them just like we're supposed to. I actually have never sent out a random message to someone, but if you post consistently, then these new friends of yours start seeing your feed more often. So that brings me to my 5th point, which is post 3 to 5 times a day, every single day. It's a non-negotiable. If you're growing your business that way, whether it's Instagram or Facebook, there's an algorithm, and the more you post, the more people are going to see your stuff. So this takes time and this takes work. And I can still remember, seriously, the second that somehow I busted through that Facebook algorithm, because I had been consistent, and I do more of the 4 to 5 times a day just because that's who I am. But I remember I posted about a free challenge, and I think it was an ab challenge. And it was crazy because I posted and my normal people started saying, yeah, I'm in. All of a sudden, people that were not even friends with me, like they were in like cyberspace, I didn't have any mutual friends with them, started saying, I'm in. And I was like, oh my gosh, I like literally busted that, that barrier to the Facebook algorithm. And it honestly has worked for me ever since. I get comments from people that I don't even have mutual friends with because of my consistency on Facebook. I'm really meticulous about the things I post. When I was a newer coach, they said, you should develop a brand. And I thought to myself, I don't really have a brand. I don't know what my brand is. So I started going through my Facebook feed to figure out what posts people were liking the most, because I did realize that the more likes you get and the more comments you get, the more your stuff goes up in the news feed. So I looked and I realized that number 1 was my kids. Yay, awesome, because they're easy to post about anyway. They're 4 and they're 7 years old, and I personally think they're beautiful. And luckily, lots of people like to look at the fun things that they're doing too. So I was like, okay, number 1, I'm always going to post about my kids. I'm going to anyway, because they're my heart and my soul, but perfect because they get lots of likes too. And then I realized that, I love fashion. I like buy everything that comes in a box and delivered to my house. And lots of women who are in my personal target market, meaning the people that I really want in my business, were the people responding to those posts. So I try and always interweave something about like fashion or like new beauty products and stuff, because I really love that stuff, and people that I want on my team really love to see it. So that's another thing that I will post about often. And then just, of course, our fitness stuff and our fitness journey may not necessarily get as many likes up front, but it's all about growing your business. If you post about those things that are going to bring your stuff up into the news feed, then eventually your Facebook post will start actually getting more attention, and that's the kind of cool thing. The other thing about posting is you really have to make your Facebook page or your Instagram look really professional. You can't throw stuff up there. I heard something today. I'm not sure if Nina was on the call or not, but we had a 5-week superstar diamond little webinar thing, and Danielle Natoni today said, if you're working the business, your Facebook profile isn't your own anymore. It's your brand. For me, it's Team Inspire Fitness. What do I want people to know Team Inspire Fitness as? So if you're throwing just crap up there, really blurry pictures or negativity, really controversial stuff, you may want to think twice about it. I've never been one to be super political or controversial on Facebook, but I have noticed that the people that, will talk a lot about those types of things don't do as well, because people, they kind of turn off when they hear, you bashing a political campaign or talking about something controversial. So I really try and stay away from it altogether. I try to keep my newsfeed lighthearted and, you know, just kind of go on that. Don't stop being yourself. I'm not saying don't stop being yourself, but just be maybe the best version of yourself and don't be negative. I've been really sick, so I'm going to take a drink really fast or I'm going to start coughing.
Thank you very much. Thank you. This is amazing nuggets.
Sorry. I meant to give you a disclaimer before I started. When I was talking to patients all day today, I literally had to step out like 5 times because I was having coughing fits and I didn't want them to think I was going to make them sick. Anyway.
We have 10 minutes. So.
Okay, the last ones are quicker, I promise. I'm going to talk really, really fast.
It's okay. I just want to make sure that you're aware of the time.
The 6th one it's a no-brainer, but you have to invite. You know, you have to invite in person. So if you've got kids, a perfect way to invite is if they're on a baseball team or if they're in gymnastics. You know, you meet those parents and you friend them on Facebook or find them on Instagram or whatever. And then you start forming a relationship and you invite them. You have to do call to action posts. You can't not. So if you're posting sweaty selfies every single day and you're wondering why people aren't joining your challenge groups, they don't know what you're doing. They know you love working out, but they have no idea, you know, what it is you're doing and that you can actually help them. So you actually have to post about that. I would say my biggest golden nugget that I give my team, and that maybe you guys already do and maybe you don't, is to post event invites. If you're not doing event invites, do it. That's kind of like my jab right there. When I've been talking to somebody for, you know, a couple weeks about buying a PIO challenge pack, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm totally going to buy it. I'm totally going to buy it. And then they don't buy it. And you feel bad messaging them again. Hey, do you have any other questions? You don't want to do that. So I start an event page and I will add a very select amount of people to that page. So I usually invite about 40 to 50 people to my events. Say it's a 21-day fix challenge group that I'm starting on August 1st. I'll hand pick the people that I want to see that in their newsfeed so that it reminds them, oh yeah, I gotta buy that challenge pack. You better believe it works. And then the people that you invite every single day will see if you post something in that event. So what I do is I'll post something. I posted something last night. And then every day for 7 days, I'll just post something inspirational that I would post on my page anyway, like something about working out or nutrition or just like a selfie of me drinking my Shakeology, something, me drinking my Fix approved wine often. And that, again, it's just a jab, you know, it's just kind of a little jab, like don't forget to order from Laurie. And so that's kind of like my secret to success. I think if I'm running low on Success Club points, I open an event. That's what I told my whole entire team today that hasn't hit Success Club yet. Open an event. So they're all doing it tonight. Run groups. I'm trying to talk really, really fast. Run groups by interest. So I will run like sorority groups. People don't want to feel left out. So if I say, hey, all of us Purdue Delta Zetas are going to do the 21-day fix together, people are going to join just because they don't want to be left out. As a very, very quick aside, I did the 21-day fix because I didn't want to be left out. Pure and simple. Like I wasn't necessarily like thinking, oh, I want to do something different. I like doing my Pilates, whatever. My best friend was running a fix group. I saw one of my other friends comment on it and I was like, I'm in. You know, like I just didn't want to be left out. So running those interest groups is perfect. Treat this like a job. You know, you got to set business hours and you have to make sacrifices if you want this to work. You either have to get up early or you have to stay up late. You have to give up something. I gave up TV. I do not watch TV. We don't have cable anymore. I used to sit there every single night and watch ABC every night. You know, whatever. Grey's Anatomy, The Bachelor, you name it. I was eating popcorn, drinking wine, and watching my shows. And I don't do that now at all. I work my business 10 p.m. to midnight every single night. You know, my husband's actually working on his side projects. I'm doing my business, and that's what works for me. So do what works for you, but you've got to treat it like a business. Approach each day as if you're at SC0. So if you're already at SC15, who cares? Don't slow down. Momentum is absolutely everything. You have to approach, every single day like it's a brand new day. So just keep on plugging away and don't stop. Number 9, make all your information really super accessible. I work outside the home. I know a lot of you guys do too. So if I'm between patients and I see that somebody's messaged me, then if everything's in my cell phone, like in terms of product links and some like quick things that I can kind of cut and paste if they have a question about some really popular products like the 21-day fix, then at least I can get started with a conversation, because I find if the longer you wait to respond back to somebody, the less likely they are to engage in a timely manner. But if you respond back right away, they're probably still online. So it's really, it's kind of a great opportunity to engage somebody right then and there. So just, all of your really important information, save in your phone, because it's so, so valuable. The last one, this is the last one. I still have 4 minutes. Get out of your comfort zone. All of us have different things that are hard for us. A lot of people I know on my team really have a hard time with selfies. Like, they don't want to take a picture of just themselves. But at the end of the day, people want to see you. They want to see what you're doing. They're not going to join you if you're only posting pictures of your kids or hiding behind, somebody. And actually, I'm going to back way up for just 1 second. Back to friending people. You should, if you don't have a Facebook picture of just you and your bright smiley face, change your Facebook picture, because you want people to see your face. You don't want them to be seeing your dog. Your kids are beautiful, and if you just had a newborn baby, change your profile picture for a week, but then change it back. This is the face of your business. Change your profile picture, change your cover photo so that it reflects what you want people to think of your business. It's so integral. I don't know how many times people have actually told me, like coaches on random teams, hey, your page is really pretty. Like, I was really drawn to it. But that's because I have kind of like an underlying theme. Like, I use the same fonts. I kind of use the same colors. Like, not every single post, but like intermittently throughout, because I want it to look cohesive and I just want it to look like my business. It's Team Inspire Fitness. So sorry, I digress. But anyway, get out of your comfort zone. For me, my comfort zone is actually public speaking. I hate public speaking. I actually have a phobia of public speaking. It limited me in my primary profession in medicine. I did not become a physician because I didn't want to do grand rounds. I didn't want to get up and talk to people about the things that I was passionate about, like HIV and hepatitis C. And to this day, or up until very recently, I turned down every speaking engagement I've ever been asked to do because I hate public speaking. But I know to become an elite Beachbody coach and to, keep getting more stars under my belt, public speaking is, it's really something we have to do. So that's what I'm doing to try to move my business. And so I want to thank Nina for helping me to get out of my comfort zone and do a little more public speaking other than just on my team.
Thank you. We only have like less than a minute, and I want to be able to say thank you very much. I think that you share a lot of the good stuff that you're doing, and for that we're grateful. You did an amazing job speaking. Like, my God, you're great. That shouldn't be a fear anymore. You're amazing. So thank you very much. I think that we have to adjourn the meeting.
Photo.
Hi, photo. I took a photo. Okay, let's take a photo.
Yeah. Take a photo of me smiling, not talking.
We have like 5 seconds. Okay. I was able to take one. Let me see who can take it. Gallery. Let's see. Okay, good. Smiling, making sure everybody. Lena. Good. We got the picture. Thank you, Laurie. You did amazing.
Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for your time. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes.